Today is the day that I go over my portfolio returns for the month of September. I am a little bit behind on this, but we did have some payouts from our weekly dividend ETFs, RDTE, QDTE, and XDTE, which I am very, very excited about. I have roughly $500 in each of those. So we'll be tracking those dividends in this portfolio from here on out. But just an overview. So market value puts it at $17,000. It's actually a little bit above that. With cash and whatnot, I think it's like $18,400 last time I checked. My total return is about 12.28%, which is good, not great. We're working on this. The dividend yield is a little bit low, 6.24%, because this isn't just a dividend account. So this is a retirement account. It's through a Roth, so I'm not paying taxes, which is why I'm reinvesting all of my dividends. But on top of that, I have a retirement through my field of work. So this is not my only retirement. I've had people say, oh, you have no money, you're not going to make it in retirement. I appreciate the feedback, but this isn't my retirement. It's a retirement account. So annually, I make about $1,060 in dividends. I make more than that with the options that I've been running. Monthly, it's $88. Weekly, it's $20.39. And daily, it's $2.90. So we're going to go over, all the funds in the account, all the stocks in the account. Then we're going to go over what their yields are. And then we're going to go over what they paid me this month. We're going to do that last. We'll go over and see what everything paid out. I'm using Ryan Williams' dividend tracker. It's been working great. The other one kind of freaked out on me and stopped updating, so I'm hoping that this one's more consistent. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, before I go into the details, don't forget to like the video if you like this type of content. I am being really transparent here, and I like being transparent, so I'm definitely open to feedback, and I always get a lot of feedback on these videos. And secondly, subscribe if you're interested in more of this content. I've been doing a ton of dividend ETF content because those seem to be just really taking the investing world by storm. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's go ahead and get right into the details. So we'll go from the top down. I haven't sold a lot of things recently. I did sell OCSL, which is a BDC that just wasn't really doing it for me. It has kind of been trading sideways in my account. And then I also sold Tesla, and I sold Tesla at a pretty nice profit. I think I made like 36 to 40% on it. And now I trade Tesla nonstop. I'm always buying Tesla every time it dips, and I'm always selling it when it runs. So if you haven't gotten on that train yet, it's done well for me. Not saying it'll work for you, but how I trade, it has worked really well for me. So you can see all of my positions in the account. For those of you that don't understand how Roth IRAs work, this is a retirement account that I invest in just myself. It's not actively managed. I mean, I guess it is just by me. But you are tax exempt in this account because I'm putting my income into it. So to have a Roth IRA account, you have to have earned income. You cannot be just... I don't know how you'd even describe it. You can't be working under the table and having a Roth and stuff like that. You have to have enough to put the money in after taxes, and you have to be filing your taxes. And so there is a limit on how much you can invest, and there's a limit on how much you can make in your job and still invest. And so the cap is like $120,000 to have a Roth or be able to contribute. So I'm well under the cap. And so you can invest, I think now it's currently $7,000 a year, and they usually bump that up depending on what's going on economically. So I have to put another $7,000 before taxes start in April, which is going to be tough, but I think I can do it. And so that's how you do it. You contribute the money. So this will continue. My account will continue to grow. It's going to grow because I'm going to be investing more of my money into it and because of the things that it's currently holding. So we have ABR, Arbor Realty Trust. I have 43 shares. This one is on drip. It's been, I don't remember how many shares I bought initially. I'm sure it was in the 30s or something, and it pays out pretty consistently. Now, 52-week high is $16. My total return is the 52-week low is $11.77. Currently, it's at 15, so a little bit under the high, and my total returns are 31%, only $157 because I didn't invest that much into it. I can't remember how much exactly I put into it. If I ran the numbers, multiplied 14 or 11 by 43, then I'd be able to tell you, but it was a couple $100. It was nothing insane, and so no real complaints with that one. A great 31% return. I'm holding it. That one goes through crazy news all the time. We have Amazon. I bought one share because I made a killing on Amazon. I sold it all, and then I FOMO'd into buying one more share, and it's up again. So that one has made me about a 7% return, only $12. ARCC, this one's been on drip for a very long time. So Amazon's one of the ones that does not have a current dividend. So even though this is a dividend portfolio, I have a couple that don't have dividends. We have ARCC, which I love. Probably, I think it is the largest BDC, and its track record is phenomenal. 48 shares, average cost of $18.73 a share, and currently I'm up total return $138.48. My returns are just over 15%, which again, I'm excited about. BXSL, Blackstone Secured Lending Fund. I bought this one a little bit ago, so I haven't owned this one for long. And this one is up, although not crazy, up 1.37%. Drip is also on. We have Crown Castle CCI. A lot of these we're absolutely destroying. A lot of these REITs were doing insane with the rate cut, and now some have sold off a little bit, so I am purchasing more, but I do need more free cash in the account because I am trading options on the cash I do have. But we can see with Crown Castle, I bought 5 shares, so $500. It's up $5 a share, so roughly not a lot of money made on that one so far, but it is a more recent purchase. Total, I am up $30. I'm trying to follow this. Yeah, total return $37, almost $38, and percentage-wise 7.19%. Then we have ENB, Enbridge, has to do with energy and fuel. I bought it at almost 34 cents a share, and it's currently almost 41. With 15 shares, this one the drip is on. I usually, when I purchase something, I buy it in just a solid number of shares. I don't do decimals typically, so all the ones that are decimals are most likely drip, or some of the ones that are even numbers exactly, I'm still dripping, and it's just coincidental. But for Enbridge, really decent return, 23%, has been kicking some booty lately. EPR Properties, one of the really more speculative REITs that I hold, but it does pay monthly. And this one, yeah, it pays me not a lot every month, like $1.80 a month, but I don't have that much money in it because it is so speculative. 6 shares at $40 a share. It's currently trading for $47.60, so I have made an insane return of about 18%. And this was all purchased in 2024, maybe near the beginning of 2024, some a little bit more recently. Then we have Ford. So I bought a bunch of shares of Ford. Ford is my biggest loser in the account, down $300, down 21%. I am currently writing options on Ford over and over and over again, some cash secured puts, which are making me a ton of money. And I made a lot of money from Ford initially, but I did get called on one of my options when Tesla sunk, and it pulled down the entire EV market, which also affected Ford a couple of months ago. So I've been writing more calls on it. I am bummed that it's down $300, but again, I've been writing options on it. I'm probably only down roughly like $150 now because of the options income, and the options income is really good because it's been so volatile lately. But again, Ford's my biggest loser in the account so far, and that was a few months ago. Then FMC, this is like a chemical manufacturer that I bought quite a long time ago. I bought 5 shares at $52 each. It's currently at $60 each. It does pay a decent dividend, and total return is about 15%. So nothing too crazy. You can see that I'm very, very diversified within dividends. I have REITs. I do have some ETFs, and I have a lot of BDCs as well. And that's how I like to invest. I've been buying a ton more REITs because of the rate cuts, and I've been doing this for the last year, and it has worked out for me really, really well. So I'm excited to see that. I just don't have that much capital. So if you look at it as a percentage about the amount of money I'm making percentage-wise, it is a lot. I'm just not making that much money because I don't have that much money invested in this specific account. And I'm seeing that I missed one. Energy Transfer, my biggest gainer. I bought 27 and a half shares at $8 a share. Currently, it's $16.36. I've had drip on the entire time. So my total return, 103%. I've made $228.86, which is phenomenal. I never would have guessed that this one would make me this much money. But it is I haven't hit a lot of 100% returns in my 10 years of investing. So I am excited to see another one. I've hit a couple, but they were quite a while ago. I haven't hit one recently with my more relaxed and risk-averse style of investing, but 103% return. No complaints there. And then we have IIPR, Innovative Industrial Properties. This one is another REIT, and again, it just went insane recently. I had 3 shares at $94. It's at $130 right now. So a total gain of $110 and almost 40%, 38%. I actually didn't even remember about this one until logging on. And I'm like, wow, that has actually been killing it lately. We have Main Street Capital BDC, one of my most favorite BDCs. This is like the special dividends from this one are insane. We got a special dividend this month again, which I'm very, very excited about. And you can see I have 23.5 shares at an average of $42.50. Currently, it sits at just under $51. So I've made $212 and a 21% return, which I'm excited about because I have 3 that I've put a ton of money into. ARCC, I have over 1,000. Main Street Capital, I have over 1,000. And there's one more that I have just a ton of money in, but I can't remember. But I call them like my big 3, the big ones that I've invested the most in. But 2 of those are not Amazon, are ARCC and Main Street Capital. Medical Properties Trust, 110 shares at $4.42 a share. Currently, it trades for $4.95. I write options on this one too. It's made me $60. This one has made me way more than $60. I actually might have sold this one off again. So I need to check and double check that I updated this because I did sell this when it jumped to above $6 and it made me $250 like in a day. So I did sell, but if I didn't sell, which I think I did, I'm currently probably in a worse position because it has been dropping lately, but 12% return. I do have a few shares because I had 110 and I think I sold 100. Next, NCLP, New Lake Capital Partners. This is a marijuana growing REIT, which is really interesting. There are very specific types of properties, but I think the industry has some potential. Bought it at 10. It's sitting at 16.20. Not a whole lot of money invested. Made $30 and a 19% return. If I had a lot of money, I'd be making in just crazy stacks, but I don't. But that being said, I want to make it known this is all that I've had. So Tesla I sold for a gain. The other one I sold for a small loss of like 3%, and I literally held it for like a year and a half. So definitely a bummer that it just traded sideways, even with dividends. But this is like, I'm not selling all the ones that are losing. My account is doing really, really well, and it especially has since the beginning of the year when I readjusted how I was investing. And the whole market is doing well too. Like SPY is up pretty heavily, and we'll see that. But still, so New Lake Partners, that one, again, up almost 20%. Triple N REIT, bought it at $15. It's trading for 40. No, sorry. I bought 15 shares. Average cost of $40. It's trading for $47. I was almost way too excited. It's maybe $108. Again, a 17.7% return. National Storage Affiliates Trust, another REIT. You can tell I love REITs. 9 shares, $35 a share. It's trading for $44. It's made me $87 and a 27.4% return, which is great. Realty Income, duh. This is the one that I own a ton of. And by a ton, I mean a ton for portfolio percentage-wise. Bought it at 27. So, oh my gosh, I did it again. Bought 27 shares. Bought it at $56. It's trading at 61. It's made me $143, only 9%, which is not good because I put a ton of money into this one. OBDC, kind of funny. Blue Owl Capital Corp, 39 shares, $12 a share. It's trading for just under 15, maybe 17%, $85. QQQI. These are ones that I'm speculative on because I put a lot of money into QQQI initially. I bought 10 shares for $48.70. It's trading at $51.74. I do have drip on. It's made me 7.5%, which isn't great, but I haven't owned it for that long. So we'll see how it goes. Then we have SPY. So we have the Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust. I bought 1 share a long time ago at $387.34. It's now trading at $576. So an absolute insane return on this one. With the 52-week low, my buy price is even well below the 52-week low. We can see it's made me a 48%, almost 49% return, maybe $190. SPYI, another NEOS fund, bought 5 shares, $47.60. It's now $51.42. It has made me 9% and $22. Because again, I'm putting in drip. So the total return is just based off the price appreciation because the drip is going right back into it. I'm just buying more. I have Tesla. This is old because Tesla I sold. So I haven't updated it. I sold MPW and Tesla as well. I made a nice profit on Tesla. It was up 19%. It's up 19% now because the price has come back down. I might buy more shares. But again, I made a nice profit on that one. Vici Properties, another REIT that wasn't doing well for a long time and then started to do well and sold off again. 10 shares at $29, and the share price now is $32. So again, what, $30? Yep, I made $31.56. Drip is on a 10.7% return. UTG, just bought these next 6 I just purchased. So UTG is a utility fund. With rates coming down, I think it's going to start doing better. It has like a 5% dividend. I bought 15 shares at $32. It's at 31, so I am negative by $12, 2.5%. Capital Southwest CSWC, 20 shares at $24.84. It's at $25.37 for a gain of $10, up 2.13%. And these ones I literally bought last month, so I'm not like excited or not excited about them at all. It's just I just recently bought them. Same with WP Carry, 8 shares at $62. Ooh, it took a drop, $56.37, down almost $22, down 4.4%. Might have to scoop up some more shares. I like WP Carry. I put it in a recent REIT video. And then I'm going to do RDTE last. I'll just do it. RDTE, 11 shares at $42.62. It's at $43.53. It's a 3% return with $14 in cash made. Now, it was way above this. I was at a 7% return, and then it fell off a little bit, which is okay. Last two, QDTE, 6 shares, $41. Now $42.62. I'm up 7.7%, which is great. Almost $19 made. And XDTE, 9 shares at $51.25. It's at $52.46, making me $14.67 and a 3.2% return. So we're going to let's go through and see what paid me this month, because I'm really curious to see how much I made. I have a rough estimate, but I always love checking in on what dividends I make. So starting with ARCC. Now, not all these funds are weekly or monthly payers. Most of them are not. So sometimes we'll get like a really crazy month and then a slow month and a crazy month and a slow month and vice versa. And because ARCC, Realty Income, and Main Street Capital are such large positions in my portfolio, usually how they pay out dictates how well I do that month. So ARCC had a great month, $23.08. Then we had Crown Castle CCI. This is a REIT that owns a bunch of cell towers and probably one of the best options, in my opinion, on what you can look into industry-wise now. Cell phones and internet are not going anywhere, and they lease these towers, and they make a killing on it. They have a ton of assets, and with interest rates lowering, I think they'll do well. Then we have Enbridge, $10.30. EPR, like I said, pays under $2 a month, but it does pay monthly, $1.76. Ford paid me $15, which is, again, not including all the options I write on that to make money. Main Street Capital paid 2 dividends, actually, that totaled for $12.96, which is insane. Maine is a monthly dividend payer as well. So I get this much, roughly. Usually Maine's like $5 to $8, but I got 12, and it does pay those special dividends so often. NSA, National Storage Affiliates, paid me $5.11. Realty Income paid me a nice $7.23. Again, that one is monthly. OBDC, $2.34, also monthly. QQQI, also monthly, $6.40. SPYI, $2.71. And then we go all the way over and we get our weekly payers. RDTE, the first 2 payments, paid me $4.23. QDTE paid me $10.16. And XDTE paid me $3.78. Small payments, but we didn't even get a full month in any of these, I believe. Maybe QDTE, that was the first one that I bought. But all in all, I'm very happy. The total for this month is $112.91. This has been, I believe, my highest paying month so far. Last month was $90, and the month before was like $108. So I'm excited. Almost $113. I'm going to continue to watch this grow and grow and grow. And hopefully you guys enjoy this type of content. Again, if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. And if you're interested in more on RDTE and their dividend yield, I have a full video that I'll put on the screen right now about investing $10K into it. The fund has been doing well, and there's a lot of speculation about it, so I can break down some stuff for you in that video. Go check that out if you are interested, and I'll see you in the next video.